Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Canon EF 70-300mm IS II USM lens. I'll go over the specs, show you some photographs I took with the lens, then I'll give you my pros and cons, and finally I'll close out with my recommendations. I purchased this lens from Canon's online store. You can pick it up for around $450 new and $400 or so refurbished. This is my personal lens that I own, so today's video is not sponsored. I picked this lens up for wildlife photography. I needed a telephoto lens with some reach, and the Canon L series glass was out of my budget. This lens has a focal length of 70-300mm for full frame, and on my Canon 80D, which is a crop sensor camera, it equates to 112-480mm. As you guys know, I shoot a lot of wildlife photography, specifically water birds, and this lens's reach has been perfect for that situation. I can feel my frame with my subject from a distance that doesn't scare them off. It has an aperture range of f4 to 5.6. Stepping down one stop produces sharp, clean images with great contrast. This lens also has image stabilization, which works exceptionally well, better than any of my other Canon lenses. It does make this little whirling noise when it's engaged, but it's not obtrusive. It also has Canon's Nano USM tech, which makes for fast and accurate autofocus. I use point focusing, and I've been able to instantly focus on birds' eyes without issue. It rarely misses. While this lens is a little heavy at 710 grams, it has produced some of my favorite photographs to date. So let's go over my pros and cons. First, we'll start with the pros as usual. My number one pro is the image quality of this lens. It is exceptional. It has great contrast and clarity and detail. Number two, fast autofocus. This lens probably has the fastest autofocus of any of my Canon lenses. It's really good. Number three, I would say would be the image stabilization. It works really well. It's got a little whirling noise in there in the beginning when it engages, but it works really, really well. And number four, it's a great value. Now on the con side, I would say number one is that whirling noise. You get used to it eventually, and it's not super obtrusive, but when I first picked up the lens and I was using it, I thought it was defective. It wasn't until I contacted support and talked to some other photographers and realized that every one of these lenses has that whirling noise. And it's kind of odd. I've never heard it on any other Canon EF lens. So my final thoughts are the Canon EF 70-300mm lens is a great lens. I recommend it for photography where you have to zoom, especially wildlife and sports. I also recommend it for portrait photography, but only on a full frame camera. So is this lens Iamtoddnorris approved? Absolutely yes. Right now, this is my favorite lens, and for under $500, you get exceptional image quality, image stabilization, and super fast autofocus. All you need is decent light and a subject in the distance. Well, that's the end of today's video. If you have any questions about this lens, drop them in the comments below and I'll answer you. You can also catch me on Instagram here. I tag all my photos with the lens I shot them with. Until next time, I am Todd Norris. Peace